All right, so it looks like that whole bully hunters thing, as far as it's been taken down. That's supposed to be. It was supposed to be something that that's combating uh, harassment of women in gaming, even though most guys are harassed as well. Hell, when I go on and get killed by whoever on Halo or whatever game I'm playing, best believe I'm gonna get some verbal beatdown also on top of the other. Anyway, that's beside the point. It looks like that it's that the whole thing, site and everything, has been shut down because of homophobic comments that were also not just because it was seen to be as the fraud that it is, but the founder had some homophobic stuff that she had said in the game, to calling somebody. I think she calls somebody a F word. They yeah, I don't want to get flagged for hate speech, but um, she calls somebody an F word and stuff like that. So anyway, regardless of that, I know she did that in an online game, on the chat with her headphones on, whatever. Uh, I think she has every right to do it, but you know, the issue is that this has been taken down now. Now, I this is my issue with this, is that this has done nothing but showed that there's big money in victimhood. There's big money in victimhood, just like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson. Do you in NAACP and all these other all these other, well, there's a whole bunch of the National Organization of Women, blah blah blah. There's a lot of money in claiming that there's racism, sexism, whatever. There's a lot of money in that. That's a conflict of interest to actually think that these people want the end of some of this, the end of their cash cow. This right here, bully hunters. That's what this was. To say that, saw a Good Morning America or ABC, whatever it was, said that there's 40% of women in gaming. Get the f out of here. When it comes to like first person shooters and stuff like that, you rarely ever come across a woman in any game like that. Of course, that I'm sure it looks like that they ask women have they had a survey and asked women, have they played a video game? That could include Candy Crush, whatever, any other Flappy Bird, any others. And so yeah, so suddenly that just because they play these little mobile games, they're gamers now. When we know for a fact those are little games that are Farmville and stuff like that are made towards kids, women, some men will play that or whatever. Whatever. The thing is that there's a lot of money in victim in telling people that they are oppressed or and things like that. So of course you have to start coming up with new ways or new things to tell people, to show people that they're oppressed. You have to come up with it. When you, like I said before in a previous video, when they had when on one of these skit shows a long time ago, when there was a black guy that said, "See, they're putting the Cocoa Pebbles below the Rice Krispies." It's racism, man. Yeah, yeah. If you have to dig, when you start digging that deep, when you have to start digging that deep to keep coming up with new things to say that something is racist, sexist, or whatever. When they start conflating an unwanted kiss or a rub on the shoulders as the same as a sexual assault, then you can start saying, "Hey, you know what? Sexual assault. Yeah, I've been sexually assaulted too." You know who's not going to believe that was sexual assault? It's the woman that actually got sexually assaulted, penetrated. That's going to be the woman that say, "I wish I had got that awkward rub on the shoulders." The point of this is that's what this is. It was another way, if I'm not mistaken, you had to buy some expensive headset or something like that from a Steel Series, this company that makes internet gaming or internet or gaming peripherals. There's money in this. There's money in telling people they are victims and trying to find anything that happens and say, "Hey, yeah, that's racism, that's sexism, or whatever." There's big business when it comes to that. Same with your Jimmy Kimmel and all these other people. There's big business in crying on TV about healthcare because here come the donors. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Here's a, here's a little bit more, Jimmy. Here's a little bit more. I'll make it rain for you, Jimmy. Yeah, you get on there and freaking cry and say that the evil Republicans or whoever are oppressing you. There's big business in this, a conflict of interest. Do you really think that they want the end of anything? Of course they don't. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Good. Glad Bully Hunters was taken down. Glad it was taken down. And now I think Steel Series should definitely be boycotted for even getting into that crap. And they would have kept at it if it wasn't for the fact that they got that the founders of their bullcrap little bully hunters, they got outed. Anyway, it's my thoughts on it. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.